Good morning, it's 10:30. I just left my cabin. I'm all fully charged now, which is great. My aim today is to get to a place called Degali, which is 75 miles away. If I get there early, I might carry on, but no matter what, I've got to get there. This is my longest day until I get to Bergen, and then gradually the days get shorter, so that's good. But I think there's going to be a lot of hill climbing today, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a really nice day, the weather's great, and excited for what the day has in store. Moose, where are you? Come out wherever you are. I'd love to see a moose. I'm a Cambridge United supporter and their mascot is a moose called Marvin, so it'd be great to see a real Marvin in real life. Not seen any yet though. I've passed a few waterfalls like this. Hopefully they're going to get bigger. Today's actually going pretty smoothly. I've covered quite a lot of ground already and it's still quite early on. There's actually quite a bit of downhill to my surprise, which is a nice change from yesterday. And the wind isn't as harsh as it was as well. So hopefully it stays like this. Cool bike. I put on a head torch and everything for this tunnel, and it's about 30 metres long. And Google told me to avoid this route. I have no idea why. There's no signs saying no cycles, and it really does cut off a huge chunk. So that is good news. So we're 43 miles now. Oh, it's only actually cut off 1 mile. One anticlimax. Actually no, yeah, that's cut off 10 miles. Just don't always listen to Google. Wow, that is so good. That is going to push me back, not back, forwards on schedule by loads. I decided to celebrate my little shortcut victory with some noodles and this view. Boy, I know how to live. Just spoke to those two bike packers and they said it starts to get hilly just up here. So good job I did take that shortcut, because I think it's about to get tough. Guessing it was that hill they were talking about. I think it's levelling out, but I have no idea. Can you hear all the bells on the sheep? Everywhere. Excuse me, does it get more hillier that way? It does. I thought so. Yeah, go downhill, that's the good option. This feels a bit off the grid. It's obviously a cross-country ski route. It's not often that I'm cycling on unpaved roads. Totally isolated. Nothing but me and the trees and the birds. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Hello? Is there anyone there? Hello? No, just me. Me and my bike. I really am in the middle of nowhere. I've not seen anyone else for hours. I've just parked my bike up there to come down here and have a look at this hut. It's actually quite eerie with the wind blowing through the trees and these little huts like the ones from Evil Dead just dotted around. Let's check out what's inside. Here's Johnny. Just hay. Oh, let's get back to it. It's a little bit concerning. My phone just died. Managed to get it back on again, but now it won't load the maps. Hopefully I know the way to the Gali. There should be some signs, but if there isn't, little bit screwed. It's a really weird atmosphere. It's just grey and eerie. I feel a bit like Frodo from Lord of the Rings when he's going through those wastelands and he's starting to trip out. I'm starting to trip out a little bit too. So I keep seeing stuff move in the sides. Oh, it's a bit eerie. The snow-capped hills over there, look. Must have climbed pretty high. There's snow on the ground there, look. And it's the first time I've worn gloves. It's pretty cold. I wear my coat, my jumper and my long sleeve shirt. Got about 6 miles to go until my destination, but I might push on a little bit more and try and find a good camp spot. It's been good today. It's been a bit of an adventure. I just want to cycle 5 minutes without having to stop. Everywhere just looks so beautiful. Look at that. Just about to enter relative civilization again. There's tarmac roads over there. And that track that I've been on for most of the day is actually a toll road. You have to pay to go on it, but not if you're on a bike. And the sun is sort of coming out just as I'm leaving. We're back on tarmac roads again. Oh, that feels better to ride on. It's about 3.5 miles to Digali. I'll see how far I can get before I camp up. It'd be so nice to camp next to a little bit of a lake or some nice forest. Oh wow, just seen a massive dump of snow on a mountain over there. And that's the way I'm going. Whew. I think tomorrow's going to be interesting. These are the signs I like to see. 6% gradient downhill, nice. Up until yesterday, the scenery was, to be honest, pretty samey, and then boom, completely different. I got a few more days left to Bergen, and it kind of feels like this is like the final baddie on like some computer game, and I've got to get through the last few levels to reach the goal. But it's going to be so rewarding when I complete that level. Some pretty gnarly looking white water rapids here. There's some kayakers over there. I think it's a good spot for it. And these are the signs I'm less fond of. 6% gradient going uphill. I just cycled down this 7% gradient hill for about 3 miles and it was so cold. And I've lost one of my gloves, so I've resorted to wearing my waterproof sock. But there is a beautiful river running down there. So I'm going to walk through the forest now and see if I can find a spot next to the river. I reckon it would be a really beautiful place to pitch up. Mission aborted. It's so boggy that every time I walk my feet get soaked. It's like that scene in Never Ending Story, the horse, Artex, except Artex is my bike. I knew these plastic bags would come in handy eventually. And in that little forest is a perfect camp spot right next to that. How nice is that? But to get to it is a really boggy, marshy ground, so don't want to get wet feet. Here goes. Oh, it's working. Don't drown, Artex. Don't drown. Oh, which way? This way. Oh yes. And we're in. Here's the spot. Right here, I think. Yes. Just gone 10 o'clock. I've ridden about 70 miles today. Check this out for a spot. Not bad, eh? This is what I had in mind when I thought about wild camping in Norway. It's been quite the adventure today. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna have some food now, then go to sleep. I've ridden a little bit extra today, so I'm gonna have a shorter day tomorrow, but I've still got quite a long day tomorrow. but I'm looking forward to waking up to this. So until then, cheers, good night. Good morning, I think it's about 9 o'clock. Just cooking up some breakfast, got some lentil soup. Had a bit of a rough sleep, to be honest. I'm feeling a little bit broken. Don't know how I'm going to manage today. Got about 63 miles to do, I think. Hopefully the winds aren't too bad and the hills aren't too steep. But I reckon they're going to be. I've still not seen any moose. I'm starting to think moose don't exist in these woods, you know. Check out this authentic workshop I found not too far from the camp spot. Check out this circus saw that. Looks like something out of a torture film. Really authentic. No idea when it was used last. The climbing begins, and up there is a big snowy mountain. I'm a bit nervous about it actually, because I have no idea what I'm going into. Could be horrific, could be okay, we'll see. These hills are pretty killer. I see a little marker in front, like the 60 sign, and I use that as like a little rest point. Keep doing that, because I can't do it in one go. This is a ski resort and all the houses have grass on the roofs, a bit like the ones in the Faroe Islands. Do you like my sock gloves? First sign for Bergen, 238 kilometers that way. Cute. Wow, I think I've cycled quite far. This lake is pretty much frozen over, and a lot of the buildings have grass roofs, little huts dotted here and there, snowy mountains in the distance. Wow. Now cycling on this gravel track next to these nice little lakes that are frozen over. I saw a sign a minute ago as I entered the gravel track path saying road closed due to landslide. To be honest, I don't know which road they were talking about. I'm just hoping it's not this way. Such a beautiful path to be cycling along. Hopefully it's like this now for a lot of the way. Just me and this gravel track, it's lovely. I'm making slow progress today. This headwind is absolutely killer. If only it was going the other way, I'd get there so much quicker. This could be a major problem. I need to go through this tunnel. One, there's a massive snowdrift in the way, and two, potentially this is where that landslide is. But there is a train line there, and there is a track here, so hopefully I can get back on track this way. I think I'll be alright. I'm assuming this is the tunnel which I would have came out of had I been able to get through it the other end. So I think I'm back on track. There's the tunnel look for the train. You get a better view of the landslide here, look. I don't know if that's the one they're talking about on the sign, but I'm past it now. And on Google it says I've got a 23-mile ride on this track, so best push on. Any earlier on in the year, I'm not sure I could have done this. The snow's just enough melted for me to get through. Hopefully it's not so bad further on. But that is a lake, totally frozen over, snow on top. Talk about isolation. This is what I've got to deal with. Hopefully it's not like this all along this route. Otherwise it's going to be very slow going. I'm getting cold feet. And this gravel, you kind of just sink into it, so that's really slow moving as well. Let me show you what I've just gone through. Tiring. Not good. Not good at all. I hope it's not deep. It's just really hard to push your bike over the snow. And I can see in the distance there's quite a lot of this. But at least the sun's out. It's not snowing or raining. Then it really would be not fun. I honestly don't know if this is passable on my bike, so I'm going to go up to that viewpoint, look over the crest of the hill to see if it's more like this, and if it is, I think I'm going to have to head back. Very frustrating, but I think it's the only option. I'm really hoping if I do that, there's a train station that will get me past this. I can carry on from there. Not what I want to do, but I don't want to risk myself getting stranded. I seriously don't know what to do, because that way there's a lot of snow, but maybe not on the track. And I've just gone through a hell of a time trying to get through this snow, and that was with just by walking. With a bike and all my bags, it's literally going to take forever. Oh, I literally don't know what to do. It's going to take me a good half an hour to get back to my bike from here. So it's going to take me at least 2 or 3 hours to get to this point with my bike. And this snow is deep. You can see my tracks. Look. If I go back, hopefully there's a hopefully there's a train that I can skip this section. It's not what I want to do, but it might just be silly to carry on. And I think it'd just be killer, actually. I think I have to go back. Might just be able to see my bike just left of that red building, somewhere around there. This is what I've had to come through. It sucks. This could just be this one section, but it was so hard getting through it just by feet, let alone with a bike and bag. So I'm gonna admit defeat and head back. My feet are soaking and cold. Hopefully I can catch a train, possibly hitchhiking one of those RVs. At least it's going to be tailwind heading back that way. Annoying to have come this far. Okay, so there is a train station 5.5 miles away. I think it's just before I came onto this gravel track, and it actually goes to Bergen, which is very tempting, and it takes 2 hours 44 minutes to get to Bergen. I'm just going to assess the situation when I get there. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. I think had I carried on the way I was going, I could have ended up stranded. It would have been a bit silly maybe. The one saving grace about going back this way is that the tailwind is beautiful. I'm basically getting pushed up these hills, and it's so calm. Going the other way, it sounded really loud and fierce. This way, totally peaceful. I guess that'll be the train I'll be getting, but going the other way. And I have 0 brakes left, apart from my feet. Just coming up to the train station now. Cool, well, it took me 2 hours to get there. It only took me half an hour to get back because of the tailwind. So I've looked at a map and hopefully I can get to a place called Voss and then I can carry on my journey from there. I'm hoping there's going to be normal roads which I can cycle on that aren't gravel, so there won't be the same issue of the snow. But I hope there's someone to talk to here. It doesn't look very open. Oh God. Please be open. No. Literally no one here. That is not good, is it? What's the sign say? Okay, the next train is at 8:34. It's now 6:07. I guess if there's no one here, I just get on it and see if I can get a ticket on the train.
Huh?
Where are you trying to get to?
That's 7 down. You go all the way to Voss.
Yeah.
And then it's nice.
So I can go to Voss and then
Yeah.
and then I can cycle, no problems with snow. Cheers, Phil. Nice to meet you. Yeah. All the best of your onward journey.
You too. Be safe.
Thank you. See you. So it was definitely the right decision to come back off that track. I just spoke to another bike packer, a Swiss guy called Phil, that got off the train that was heading towards Oslo, and he said that the track was near impossible. He was on it earlier on this week, and even 2 people on a rope was hard, and 1 person would have been suicide. So that's a real shame that I won't be able to go on that track. He also said it was quite a famous route, so a little bit gutting, but you know, it's better to be safe and alive than marooned on a track that I can't go because there's so much snow. Anyway, I'm waiting for the train now to a place called Voss, which should hopefully be the next place which I can then carry on my journey without any hiccups. I don't have a ticket because all the buildings here are shut, so I'm going to get on the train and hopefully I can buy a ticket on there and then I can continue with my journey. Made it. Yeah, there's no chance I'd have been able to cycle on this. Right decision. And welcome to Voss. There goes my train. And now I need to find a place to stay for tonight. It will be my tent because there's nothing available to book online. Everything's really expensive and there's not that much option. So wild camping it is. Good thing about Norway is it doesn't ever get dark really, so at least I've got that. And I've got to do it in my flip-flops because my shoes are soaking. It's just gone 11 o'clock. I'm just leaving Voss now on the hunt for my camp spot. And as you can probably tell from the video from the train, the track that I was on was totally impassable due to the amount of snow. I made friends with a guy from Bergen actually, who owned a cabin not too far from where I had to turn back, and he was like, yeah, you made the right choice. Definitely was impossible to get on that track. Shame though, because it did look like some beautiful scenery. But now I'm a bit ahead of schedule. I've only got 102 miles to get to Bergen. So that maybe gives me a bit more time in Bergen to look around. So that's a silver lining, I guess. Not over the moon about tonight's camping spot, but I've ridden about a mile up that way and there's literally nothing. So I'm going to sleep under a table next to a highway. Nice view of the mountains though. Oh, I'm done in. I'm done for today. See you tomorrow.